Today, we're going to recap the weekend, find college basketball and NFL winners for tonight, and let's please cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. A kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash with me tonight. Tail it, fade it, I don't give a shit. I'm making money on it. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 799 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. If you were going to any games this coming weekend, NFL, you're going to some college basketball games this season, get your tickets on SeatGeek, use promo code Bookit10, and get 10% off all your future purchases over there on SeatGeek, the best ticket purchasing app out there by far. Go check it out. If you don't use Pickit already in your repertoire to buy tickets, you are missing out. It's the best app of them all. Go check out SeatGeek, okay? Yes, I'm in a foreign area right now, guys. You know the drill. Once a year, I go back to Maryland. I watch my dog for some bullshit. My parents are going away, so I'm watching my dog, and I'm in my kitchen right now with my home growing up. Kind of weird, but we're going to make do. Jovan, happy Monday, my man. You seem to be in a familiar area. We still got Malik Washington back there, right there behind you. Sure.
Yep. Normal goats back here.
Sure. We got a lot to recap today. Chat, how we doing? It's going to be a little tougher for me to interact with the chat. I only got one screen up, unfortunately, this week, but we'll be back for a normal BTL Friday as well. So good to see you guys lurking in the chat. We got Rycult resubbing as well. W Rycult. Appreciate you, Beast. We got CKE getting involved as well. Happy college basketball Christmas for all those who celebrate. I mean, I don't know if this is new. I don't know if we're just blessed with extra games this season. I don't know. Maybe that was their game plan, but I feel like there's more games on opening day today than there have ever been. Ever. There's so many games today.
Got to be.
Right? I don't remember there being this many games. College basketball reminds me a lot of MLB. They don't market the best at times. They do stupid stuff sometimes with the schedule. But man, we are blessed with a bazillion games today as we get a DJ Fitz 5-unit sub whale. Let's go, DJ Fitz.
DJ
Attaboy. Attaboy. Appreciate you, Beast. DJ Fitz, hope you had a great weekend, my man. That JD5 shit was sad, man. Yeah, I mean, don't really want to talk about it. It is what it is. Team's cursed. Team sucks. Team got fat, happy, complacent after one good season. Makes you appreciate guys like Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, right? To do that, to be consistently good over and over again, year in, year out. It takes some serious self-discipline. You got to want to be the best, right? And the Commanders had one good season, and the coaches get lazy. They think they're the shits. The players, don't even get me started. They come into the season all worried about their contracts and worried about themselves, being a bunch of me guys, and the product on the field is worse. And to be fair, I mean, last year we had a ton of luck on our side on fourth downs. Injuries as well last year were, few and far between. This season, I mean, it's been bad. So a lot of injuries. Not making excuses out here. I blame the guys on the roster. I blame the coaches for just being fat, happy, complacent pretty much this whole season. I blame Mrs. Daniels for talking about how her son's not RG3 and then gets the same fucking type of injury on the same part of the field as RG3 against the same team. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I don't think it's RG3 all over again, P-Dub, but not great vibes. Not great vibes. And if I have to hear one more person say, oh, we shouldn't have been out there on the field. Yeah, no shit, guys. No shit, he should not have been out there on the field. What are we supposed to do about that? It's been everybody's turning their brains on. It's the most simple thing to think about. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing it. And I'm tired of talking about it and thinking about JD5. Jovan, any thoughts on that whole situation?
I mean, yeah, shouldn't have been playing. Simple. It's just bad.
And there it is again.
Yep. I mean, you think what else are you supposed to say, Krabs?
We don't need to get in a debate, but why should he not have been playing?
I mean, they're down 31 in the fourth.
So he's a competitor. It's an NFL football team. I'm sorry. I just don't. I hate that. I hate that debate so much. I want Lamar on the field every second.
You must hate when Lamar got pulled out of his game the other day when he could have played through it and he sat out.
I mean, he was actually hurt then.
Yeah, well, JD5 is coming off a hamstring injury. He's playing on one leg in this game, and he's down 30 points. There's no reason he should have been in that game.
Especially, it wasn't the beginning of the fourth quarter or even the third. There were, 8 minutes left, 7 minutes left?
Soft in this country.
Dudes, if they're playing for a playoff spot, if he's healthy, sure. They're not. He isn't. No reason for him to be out there.
Wow, everyone's soft in the chat. All right, I'll be in the minority. It's all right.
Dudes, it's just it's a rare. These don't come around often. It's a rare Goots L. It's rare Goots is wrong, which does honestly write this one down, Jovan. This does not happen often. Goots is wrong about this. Goots is wrong about this, unfortunately. Godsent, appreciate you, Beast. Krabs, you deserve a team that isn't rats. Yeah. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Why don't we go ahead and recap? Look at some of the stuff for today or from this weekend. Let's go ahead and recap the squad rides first. Pretty decent. Nice little spooky themed one for the Celtics there. Great call, Jovan, there on Friday. Great call with Florida on Saturday. And I'll take the blame for the Texans on Sunday. Hate to see anybody get hurt, right? Stroud gets hurt. And so I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses. That team sucks. And the Broncos, once again, come back in the fourth quarter. I don't know why teams can't close it out against Bo Nix. Bo Nix is not a good quarterback. Sucks. They still almost won that game with fucking Davis Mills, right?
Mafia
at the helm. So that's pretty impressive, honestly, for him. Good for him. But yeah, shit game, shit bet. Let's go ahead and recap the Friday sharp report as well. Jovan sweep on the straights. I know that one simply meant more for you on Memphis. Congratulations. Great bet.
W. Berg.
Great bet.
Slaying knock.
Those Bergs get you out of bed in the morning, man.
Sometimes they do, especially when Memphis is involved.
Yep. Great call on Greg DeRozier's as well.
Yeah, it was best. I didn't understand the correlation there for you. You had the blowout script square, but you took Rice.
What, Brendan Lewis?
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about how Rice's secondary is good. Their pass defense is good. Their rushing game was certainly beatable. And, I mean, that was the case. That was true.
Yeah. That it was.
So, UNC was play the Eon. They got their first win. Shout out, Bill.
Dude,
first ACC win.
That game needs to be, I guess not game, but what could Fran Brown possibly have seen in practice?
I think Fran Brown is probably going to go coach somewhere else after this year and take a little pay raise and go somewhere else. It's kind of what I'm hearing. He might not give a shit. He might be just trying to give some of his guys some play time at this point.
Yeah,
it's kind of what it felt like to me.
Freshman he was a cross player. That
dude
was
for 8 to start the game.
Worst quarterback I've ever watched.
He was terrible. Terrible. Again, behind the scenes, you never know what's going on. Maybe the QB, the starting QB, not even the starter. They're on like their 4th QB at this point. Maybe the other guy was being a scumbag. Maybe he missed curfew. Maybe he was talking back to coach. Maybe he had a terrible week in practice. Maybe he was sneak hurt, right? There's a million things it could have been, but I'm with you, Jovan. Did not make a whole lot of sense. Or they're putting out the lacrosse player out there, and he played terrible.
He couldn't throw a forward pass.
Terrible. 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 to start the game. And they still made it weird to start the game, but that one got ugly, out of hand, quick. Let's go ahead and recap the, oh my God. Hail Mary and the 5 guys.
Just. Hand up was never the commies. Not for a second. Not for a single second.
Pissed.
Nuck.
Pissed. I'm mainly pissed because the chat thought they were onto something there with Seattle, and turns out they were. And they were right. Chat, you guys are right. I guess I am biased. I guess it was a terrible play. I guess the commies just suck. Season's over, so you won't see me betting on that team much more. Certainly will not be pitching them to be in the Hail Mary or having squares in the Five Guys. That's for sure.
I mean, that wasn't one run. Really wasn't on you, your team. But I'll take the blame for the play. So it was really my play.
I nuked it to 3 units down the fucking drain. Brutal. It's probably my second favorite play this weekend, right behind the Falcons. Yep. Devontae Adams was a horrendous square. C-Gramp, I guess you just take, what makes the most sense and you make coins in the Big 2-5. It's that easy. Might have to pivot, switch the game plans here, and just start taking stuff that makes sense. Might have to just start taking Devontae Adams touchdown every week, gets the most targets in the red zone, gets the most end zone targets, and it's that easy, folks. Yep, you just click what makes sense now, and that's how you make coins. We all know that's not true. But in some cases it is, and that was one of them. Sucked. I mean, he was wide open. I saw him ISO on the left side of the field, one-on-one coverage, and I'm just thinking to myself, this is kicked. He's about to score. And he gets a wide open touchdown, and then he gets his second one. So that sucked. But hey, at least it didn't come down to that because JD5, bless his heart, did not hit either. So brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
So much worse. It came down to that.
Sucks. Darnold under touchdown season long was just a terrible play. Forced. I've addressed this multiple times this season. He's proved me wrong. He's aged like a fine red wine, right? You keep a nice red wine down the cellar for long enough, that thing, crack that puppy open, it's better. That's literally Sam Darnold's career arc. So good for him and good for Seattle. Seattle's good. They deserve all the credit. Seattle, man. Mike McDonald, Goots is probably wishing he had that guy still. I certainly would be. Dude's a genius. That defense is unbelievable. JSN is probably the best wide receiver in the NFL. But it's not just him. I mean, they're getting production from Arroyo. Give me a break. They're getting production from A.J. Barner. Cooper Kupp, when he's healthy, has done stuff at points this year. Kenneth Walker, who sucks. Even he does stuff every once in a while. So Horton, here's a hoot. Shout out Trent, honestly, for hitting his first touchdown. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Final.
Shout out Trent. And shout out Jovan as well, who I think doesn't have to tail the first touchdown scores anymore. That's huge.
Yeah, thank God. I took, honestly, a lot less than I thought.
Yep. Horton, here's a who. How about it, Trent? Good for you. Charbonnet is not bad at football, Alex F. If you know football, you know that he's better than Kenneth Walker. But again, we don't have time to go over that. Sunnyside picks. Appreciate the resub. Need Krabs in CBB underbag today. Certainly going to take a peep at the college basketball slate. Excited to go over it. First game of the season was Cinema. Queens blew it. They melted. Sucks. Looks like the second game of the season, Bradley St. Bonaventure is off to a crazy start as well. So 58-57 with 5 minutes left. If you're not watching, you might want to put that up on the sides. Okay? That game looks like absolute cinema. It's art. Really, those games. Art. Drum, not feeling too great today, if I'm being honest, man. My QB's arm snapped in half. Lost the Hail Mary because of it, and now I got to face off against Trent tonight in a 1v1 prize picks lineup, 6-man in a game with a total at 60. So not ideal. But hey, at least we got BK coming in. 3-stream streak. Let's go, BK.
I'll be good.
All right, let's take a peep at the weekend previews, Gootsy. Appreciate you, Gootsy. Jovan, great job.
Yeah, Carson Beck should be boiled.
Great job on college football, especially, man. Jeez. Goodness gracious. 6-1. Attaboy. Great call, Micah. Great call, Mike.
Mike and Mike.
Unbelievable. Shout out UVA.
That was just.
Talk about just a me guy. The dude who picked that ball off at the end of the game and ran it into the end zone and made it all about himself when he could have slid in the end of the game. Me guy move. Check his sports betting account because he might have had coins on UVA himself. Might be pulling a Pete Rose there, folks. No other reason why he'd be rushing into the end zone, risking an injury. Just knee the ball out, man. Where's your goddamn Superman cape? Acting like you're a goddamn Marvel Avenger, bro. Just fucking slide and end the game. Navy, North Texas, over. I mean, that was just a horrendous over. I don't have it in me to talk about that game anymore, and I don't want to hear any comments from the Peanut Gallery about that game. We're just going to move on.
Shout out, Navy.
Penn State, Ohio State, horrendous wager on the under. Oh, and how about a double dip on Penn State spread? Sure.
Huge.
2 losers. NFL was a little bit better. I mean, 4-3 there, and Jovan 3-4. That's okay, though. You carried the weight on college football. Really good overall from you on these weekend previews. Shout out James Cook for getting 11 receiving yards and sliding inbounds, just like I was talking about with the UVA guy. I guess I can't have it both ways, right? He slid out of bounds and killed the clock, and that's a team player move.
It's a team
but
player
it cost
move.
me.
Between
it cost me in the lineup. So
the Cal game and the Florida game, there was just it's a lot of non-me guys and a lot of me guys to decide those endings.
Oh my God, the Gunnar Stockton slide. Oh, yeah. Thank goodness, man. Shout out Gunnar Stockton. I'm sure the boosters down there in Athens are not too happy with him, but we certainly are.
Yeah,
we certainly are.
That would have been nuck.
Yep. All right. Meat sheets. 2 words, chat. Meat. Wow. A lot of green check marks there on Jovan's card. Love to see that.
Binoculars.
Crunch some numbers here real quick. Carry the 2, drop the 6. I believe both of us were in the green. Shout out Texas. Again, it doesn't get talked about enough. I hope LC is not watching because I don't want to piss her off. And hey, you got the win and Arch looked good. So those are 2 positives, right? You got the win and Arch looked good. But there's always something with that Texas team, man. Always something. And that team, that school, does not know how to close. Now, I guess the response would be, well, at least they're there, right? They're in the big games and their roster stacked, and hey, at least they won. Sure. But there's always some BS with that team, man. They were up by like 20.
Yeah.
They almost lost. The onside kick, they almost didn't even get out of bounds, dude. Oh. Always something with that. That pissed me off. That push.
Yeah, that was so much.
Pissed me off. Air Force giving up 40-yard passes with 10 seconds left. Nice. Maryland, horrendous bet. As soon as I finally hop on the train and bet Maryland, they fucking get destroyed.
Yeah, world record for turnovers in a 5-minute span. That was absurd.
Yeah, lights were a little too bright for our guy there, Malik, for the first time.
Right.
But
this week, we'll be back.
I mean, he was long overdue for a stinker. Let's be real here.
That was his first real, just horrid game.
Let's be real here. I have to shave my head bald as well. Great. Add that to the list. That will be done after the holidays. I'm not going home with a bald ass head. So we'll be doing that early January. Do not worry. I will not be forgetting that. Snowman, if you're in here, man, I owe you a bald head. And you're going to get it. Okay, we're just going to put that on layaway for a minute. Can we address Game 7 at some points? Yeah, we can. Right after we shout out Austin R. for a 20-stream streak. Holy smokes. And right after we shout out Tyler Johnson. Great call on OU as a Tennessee fan. The game hurt, especially in the first half. Yeah, they ball tickled you. They gave you a couple ball tickles, and the next thing you know, that game was over.
Thanks, Trent.
Yeah, I mean, Trent costing Preston $8,000. If I was Preston, I'd be pretty pissed. Again, if it would have been nice if Trent actually got in the lab and tried to find something sharp, but he just picked whatever play made the most sense to his brain in 1 second and cost his coworker $8K. So no need to go into that anymore, but brutal for Preston. Brutal for Preston there. Preston and Moose at the office right now. I can't even imagine, man. I can't even imagine. Brutal. Yeah. Be extra nice to Preston this week, folks, because I don't care what you're betting on. If it's square sharp, if you're losing 8K, that sucks. It sucks.
Not only that, did Trent have Mooshit wager and give Preston a Mooshit wager in that game. He was not willing to sweat out the 4-man from coin toss that also was in that game, and he cashed out.
Was that true? Because I saw him post a screenshot of a lineup that had those squares in it, but
yeah, well, he cashed out, so the payout was there. Just
that was that screenshot. Okay.
Yes.
And what was the reasoning behind cashing out there?
He was just being a bitch.
Okay. Interesting. That's rare. That's rare. As a guy who's made a lot of coins on Prize Picks over the years, kind of soft there from Trent. Maybe the balance is looking a little bit low.
Yeah, he said he needed coins for Sunday in the NFL. Just to already have the Super Goats that never had a pulse locked in.
If I was Rav, I'd be pretty tight about that. Now, hey.
Oh, he's tight.
Yeah, he should be tight. He should be tight. Trent is a troll at heart. Let's be real here. Trent likes to troll a little bit. That's what gets him out of bed in the morning. So he probably enjoyed doing that at first, but I'm sure now he's kicking himself in the butt. Hopefully he doesn't pull that again. Just not a great way to set tone as the head honcho here at the company. Cashing out because you don't trust your coworker. Brutal.
Bad.
Brutal.
Bad. Cash out to bet Rome receptions.
Yeah, we knew the Rome masterclass was going to come to an end at some point. Surprised it took that long, honestly, but he's been nuck the last couple of weeks. He's just not that good.
Yeah, not a single catch. Not a single catch with the way that game went.
I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, you got Loveland going off for 30 fantasy points, and Odunze can't get one catch. He might just be knock. He might just be knock. All right. What else do we have to go over today, folks? Appreciate the stream streaks. If you have a stream streak, feel free to get involved and drop that puppy so we can shout you out. NFL meat sheets, I believe, is the last one up. I mean, shout out Bo Nix for getting 7 fantasy points in the last drive in garbage time. He's not a good quarterback. I stand on that. He's not good. He had to use his legs to get out of that. And I don't know what the Texans defense was doing that last drive. They were great all game, and then they just folded like a Dollar Tree lawn chair there. Bijan had a weird feeling in my sack that wasn't going to hit. What do you know? It doesn't fucking hit. Unbelievable. If you would have told me, though, that fantasy score wasn't going to hit and they would cover, I'd probably say that's not happening.
Yeah.
But shout outs Penix, which I never thought I would say, and shout outs Drake London.
Oh. Drake London 3-piece.
Drake London with some crazy catches.
He's literally him.
He's really good. He's really good. Oh, what do you know? Typical Krabs way here for my straight bets. My favorite 2 plays lost. And all the other ones hit. Well, not favorite 2 plays. I guess the Falcons is my second favorite, but squad ride, which I vouched for, Texans lost, and then the Commies 3-unit whale lost, and I gave back all the units that I made yesterday. So it's typically how it goes, folks. Again, I really should start leaning into pitching my least favorite plays because those are the ones that are free. The Vikings, the under in the Panthers, Packers, Steelers, Bills. I mean, those could not have been more free. All of them. Every single play there could not have been more free. And I really need to start trusting those plays for stuff like the squad ride, for stuff like the 3-unit whale, instead of actually pitching my favorite play. Because just like everybody else, just like all 8 billion people on this earth, the more confident you are in a play, the less likely it is to hit. Sucks. Gotta trust my other plays, man. Brutal. And still do not know how I didn't hit it 4-man, combining all these squares, but we had some red in there, especially from me. Rico Dowdle fade, terrible. Devontae Adams fade, terrible. Brock Wright, I guess they're just giving out freebies there with that chart. Incredible. Borgalis, completely green PATs made. They're giving you guys a freebie. Bingo square on that one too. Nice. That one hit in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah, that was
early in the second. God, I love that Abdul Carter square for me. I cannot believe that didn't turn green. I guess that guy will just never get a sack.
No, you got to pick.
Nice.
No sack.
I want to give you your flowers for Parker Washington. The squares like that don't come around every weekend.
Yeah, there's only so many places the ball can go there. If it ain't going to Brian.
No.
Travis Hunter's dead.
Great call. Spicy Abby, what's up, Beast? 26 months, brother, pop a V8, get the vibes right. My QB's arm just bent backwards and his elbow broke. You're not getting the best vibes from me today, Spicy Abby. I apologize. Not possible. I woke up this morning to watch Queens and they didn't score for the last 4 minutes of the game and I lost a coin on that fucking game, first game of the season in college basketball. You might not get the vibes that you're looking for today. I'll try to turn it around for tomorrow, but man, pissed. But hey, at least we got college basketball back today. Got to look at the pluses, right? Got to look at the positives. Thank you, Turner Mac. Appreciate that. Note to Cranch, you're getting involved, dropping a resub. That could change the vibes. A couple subbies. Sure. And a boy, Peak Sour getting involved. 10 stream streak. And a boy. All right. Bradley tied it up. Wow. Another crazy game to start the season. I don't know how people don't like college basketball, man. So much better than the NBA. Jovan, before we dive into the Sharp Report, you going to have some college basketball plays to talk about?
Yeah.
Let's go. Love to hear that. We got Coop Eagle. Couple of subbies. Attaboy, Coop. Way to do your job, my man. 29 months. Appreciate you, Beast. College teams are betting. I'm staying away. I mean, if kids are still betting with all these kids getting in trouble, getting caught, they probably are, but it's probably not many. That's a bold move because they're going to catch you. I hope they catch every last one of them. It is bad for the program.
Could also
these kids throwing games.
Could be like the Blazers narrative. Just bet the teams today coming off those guys getting kicked off.
You know those teams aren't betting.
Yeah,
right?
There's one team playing the Frogs tonight who's in that situation.
Wow. I didn't see that Frogs game. Ooh, New Orleans.
Yeah, they're playing UNL.
Okay.
They're last year their stud, best player, only player got randomly kicked off the team, and that's what they found out why in like the middle of the season. And what do you know? They're trying to wipe the slate clean now.
Unbelievable. I just don't get it, man. Why throw your whole life away for a couple bucks? So dumb. Yeah. So dumb. Jay Thorpe, appreciate you, Beast. I depend on you too for everything CBB. We're going to do our best to make you guys as many coins as possible. Bet in CBB this year. Excited for this season. We do have a great game tonight. I know it's a lot of ball sack states, right? But we do have a great game tonight. Arizona takes on the defending national champions, Florida Gators. Excited for that one. I think we both have plays in that game. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Sade Whiteman getting involved, dropping a 5-unit Subway. Let's go, Sade.
Sade fucking.
Attaboy.
Let's go.
Attaboy. Appreciate you, Beast. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Let me go ahead and hop into the Sharp Report. Let's dive right in, head first here. Let's dive right in and talk some Sharp Report plays. Team I want to buy low on here, the Lumberjacks. This season, Jovan, I want to buy low on the Lumberjacks, and I want to sell high on Drake. This game's in the afternoon, so it's probably cake. Can't tell you the last time I pitched a winner that was an afternoon game. Mainly baseball, though, so hopefully that's just baseball, and we can leave that at the door. But a 4 p.m. Eastern game on YouTube. NAU, Northern Arizona, playing against Drake, a team that, I mean, what a story last year, Jovan. You get the coach, comes in and completely turns, I wouldn't even say turns the program around. They were already good before that, but Coach DeVries leaves, and then this guy comes in from D2, and all of a sudden they're undefeated for like half the season. Great story. They got some really good players. And I believe that coach is now gone, right? He left. He went to, was it Indiana where he went? Iowa, excuse me. Yep, Iowa. So he's gone, and he deserves that pay raise. Good for him. And what are you going to do, right? I know he just got to Drake, but like you're going to turn down the Iowa job. Give me a break. You got to do what's best for you and your family. So I get it. But he's, a lot of his best players are gone as well, and still has the big name, Drake. And Drake's been a staple in the mid-majors for college basketball for pretty much my whole lifetime. So I was surprised to see NAU only getting 9.5 points in this spot, 8.5 some places as well. I was shocked to see it. Jovan. I thought we'd be seeing something around 13, 14 here in this spot. I mean, NAU wasn't atrocious last year, but they were middle of the pack in their conference, maybe even a little low. But I'm a big Shane Burkhardt guy. I like their head coach. He's gritty. He's blue collar. He was an interim coach a couple years ago and took over, I believe, in 2020. Officially got the head coaching job. Very rarely do you see an interim coach keep his job. That's how you know a guy's a good dude and takes over and does a really good job of coaching there. He earned it. This team has come from the grave, and now they're a serviceable squad, decent team. They had a couple really good players last year. Trent McLaughlin, who was top 5 in the nation in scoring. I think he's playing overseas now. They also had Cameron Shelton a couple years ago, who's an absolute beast. Those guys are really, really good. Almost NBA type of players. This year, they're more of a blue-collar squad. This year, I don't think they have a stud on their team that could score that much like those guys I just mentioned, but they do have a lot of veterans coming back. They got more than half their team is juniors and seniors of guys who have been here for the last couple of years under coach. And, the spread's weird. I want to back this NAU team after a little bit of momentum last season, one of the better seasons they've had in recent history. And I really want to fade Drake after their miracle legacy season last year where they got hot out of nowhere, were undefeated at points. They were ranked, I think, at one point as well. And their coach and best players have moved on. So good fade spot for Drake, right? If you're looking at the slate today in college basketball and you're a casual, which most people are, which is totally okay, not a chirp. You're looking at this game. You're seeing, oh my God, Drake, this team that was great last year, a school I've heard of in college basketball. All they got to do is win by 10, Jovan, against a school I've never even heard of in Northern Arizona. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is a scrappy NAU squad. You don't want to play this NAU squad. You don't want to play Coach Burkhardt. Like I said, they've had some pretty talented players in recent years. They even got Jalen Cone from VT a couple years ago. There's the VT mentioned. Go and cash it -1,000. But this team has had some talent over the last couple seasons, and I'm excited to see who steps up for the Lumberjacks in the Big 2-5. And we'll find out tonight. Big game here on the roads. They're going to have their hands full, but I do think they keep it within single digits, Jovan. Sell high on Drake after their legacy season. The casuals probably don't even know that the coach and best players have moved on.
Yep. That's so beyond that.
Yep.
Some shit just has to be faded early season.
Yeah. I mean, Drake is one of those teams.
Yeah.
One of those teams. All right. Swinging around. So I want to see what you're crafting up over there.
Full slate college basketball. It's bet on the Wizards, who are playing the Knicks. Knicks are on a back-to-back after yesterday. They finally beat the Bulls after dropping the first game. Bulls were on their little Mickey Mouse undefeated streak, and then they kind of put belt yesterday. It wasn't a complete blowout, but they comfortably won the game, comfortably covered, won by double digits.
Yep.
So now, no Mitchell Robinson tonight for the Knicks because he's hurt, and I think he's going to be out for a couple of games, which means
that's
probably going to see a lot of Cat at the 5, which makes all the sense in the world because the Wizards are incredibly weak defensively against big men, and that's been the story for years now and still is now. So, Cat should be in full takeover mode, and that's probably why you'll see Cat every single place on Twitter today, whether it's rebounds, points, PRA, whatever it may be. You're going to see a lot of that, and it makes perfect sense. I don't think that's good for the flow of the offense because they're one of the slowest teams in basketball right now, and just by the nature of things, I think speeding up, giving the Cat the ball, and feeding him as much as you're going to need to, it's going to speed them up a little bit. It's also going to force Cat to be the focal point of the offense when, not to say he isn't already when he's in there playing and he's healthy, but when you're just in constant feed Cat mode, especially when the matchups seem to make sense, that's exactly when the Knicks start to trip up. And I know it's the new system, new offense, but you haven't really seen an opportunity like this yet. So that's exactly what I want to fade off of back-to-back, where they just played another really bad defensive team, especially at the rim. And they played well last night. Brunson kind of took over, so it wasn't like a Cat takeover game. He had like 20 and 15 or whatever, so he still had a great game, but it's more of a Brunson game. I think everything's on Cat's shoulders tonight, which is exactly what I want to fade. And the Wizards are also coming off of their worst offensive performance, I believe, of the season. They scored under 100 against the Magic, shot terribly from the field. Bilal was horrible, and I think that was his first or second game back, and he's going to be used on the ball quite a bit against Brunson tonight, one would think. So I think he's going to give him trouble. I think this is the game in the Garden that gets really fucking weird.
Yep. He had a good debut against OKC. Played like shit against Orlando, though. So excited to see him bounce back. Man, this Wizards team, they're getting plenty of points in all their spots, and they're 1-5 against the spread. So let's hope they flip that narrative around. Jovan, you don't got to tell me twice. Taking the Wizards tonight. Are you kidding me?
No.
Could be good vibes. And back in MD as well, closer to, honestly, where I live in Virginia right now is closer to the stadium. But more of Wizards vibe over here, I feel like, in MD. More people care about the squads. Could be the difference.
Sure.
And last time they played the Knicks, last 2 times they beat the Knicks, they've beaten them. Interesting. Surprising a little bit. Maybe these young Bulls going up there to the Big Apple, maybe he gets them going a little bit here. Maybe get a little bit more energy from the young Wiz kids in MSG.
Would be good.
Right? They got so much talent, man. Please don't waste it, Wizards. Horrendous coach. We'll see if they can close out. They've been in a lot of great spots, Jovan, where they're up in games late, they're covering games late, and in the fourth quarter, man, it's just been a disaster. I'm getting close to being like, hey, maybe we should just take them first half, but let's give another shot in the Garden and see if they can bring that energy. This one means more for the Wiz kids. First time in the Garden for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, Knicks are on a back-to-back too, so
I love that.
Yeah, don't really care to limit the first half for partly that reason.
Were they home last night as well, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I believe that game was at home.
I can check. Okay.
Yeah.
W good.
It was a good POD, so yeah, they were home.
Good POD.
Cash.
How did I let that squeak?
Yeah, I posted like an hour before the game, but yeah.
Oh, you pulled a rowdy? That's okay.
I mean.
That's okay. How'd the Goots PODs do this weekend overall?
It was the Blue Jays and Knicks, so 1-1. Yeah.
We never talked about the World Series, did we?
I mean,
what do you say?
I mean, there's not much to say.
They got what they paid for.
I mean, as a Nats fan, I didn't think there'd ever be a better World Series in 2019. That one might have beaten it.
I don't know.
Jovan, come on.
I mean,
that's special.
There is no debate now that, I mean, postseason baseball is unmatched.
Sure.
As much as I hate the Dodgers, congrats to them. That was a great World Series. Unbelievable to watch. There's quite literally nothing better. Nothing better. And if you disagree, you're wrong.
People are saying 2016 better. Sure, that was one heck of a World Series as well. Don't get me wrong. Was it Guardians and Cubs? Is that who that was?
That was better. I would say a couple series, I guess you could make the argument for it from the Astros were better.
2011 was great.
2011 was great.
Cardinals. Okay. Yeah, but this one's up there, man. And I know it wasn't the result we wanted. But I mean, those 2 games, the 18-inning game and Game 7, I feel like themselves put that series in the upper echelon there in recent history. I mean, backs against the wall, Miguel Rojas and his stupid Chrome Hearts necklace and Chrome Hearts earrings, getting his first hit in a month. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, sure.
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable, man. Snell coming out of the pen, Yoshinobu coming out of the pen. They earned it. The Blue Jays didn't. The Blue Jays did everything they could to not win that game, and the Dodgers stepped up. Something they really have not done all season. They stepped up and they got it done. Very impressive. Very impressive. Maybe Toronto's too nice to close it out and send LA home, right? Maybe the nice people up there in Canada, maybe they're too nice. They didn't know how to put the foot on the gas, right? Or step on the Dodgers' throats and close that puppy out. But man, they had it. They had it.
They also didn't have 5 future Hall of Fame pitchers to bring out of the pen either.
Hey, I know. It's stupid, right? But we should be more mad at our teams for not spending money than we should be at the Dodgers.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but close. It's everybody's at fault. That's like the one positive that'll come out of the Dodgers winning the World Series is that you got another year until we finally get a salary cap now, because that'll put the nail in the coffin. We're not having baseball in 27.
Yeah. Is that why Bryce Harper's choking out Manfred in the dugout or in the clubhouse?
So that was already looming across the corner, and this is the final nail that'll get it there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if they win it again next year too.
Well, I mean, that's still a free roam year.
Yeah. If they win it again next year, then there's 100% going to be a salary cap, right? Come on.
Yeah, I think there'll be one anyway.
We might have to root for them for that, just for that to be the case. Yeah. The Dodgers. I mean, look, as fans of small market teams, we might have to root for the Dodgers next year, man. Shit, we got to think long term here. Sucks. And Kyle Tucker, you are a Dodger. Sure. Cannot wait to see that get announced. You know it's coming.
That's
Who is it? Glass now? Who said if you can't beat him, join him? The clip I saw was him saying it when they were celebrating.
Someone else said next one. But yep.
Yeah, what a horrible clip.
I know that one stung, didn't it, Jovan?
Yeah. Yeah, you know it did. Horrible.
Yeah. Sucked. Well, got tip cap. Hey, look, if they're going to win, if there's nothing we can do. Our teams aren't spending coins. They can't keep up. But at least if they're going to win, at least they made it entertaining. Right? At least it wasn't a 4-game sweep. What a World Series, man. We could argue back and forth. Is it the best one? Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
So much rather have been a 4-game sweep.
Dude, come on.
So much rather.
That's just, I can see the bullshit fucking oozing out of your mouth.
It's not even the bullshit. It's just then we get people talking about, oh my God, the Dodgers pulled it off in incredible fashion. There are real people out there that said, I can't believe it after the Dodgers won that World Series. What the fuck can't you believe? That the team that paid the most money and as a team so much better than everybody else in the league won.
I think they're talking about the way they won it. They're not talking about the fact that they won it.
You know the way they won it? They had Ohtani come and have a shit performance in Game 7 to start. Oh, no big deal. You can bring Yamamoto out of the pen for multiple innings. You can bring Blake Snell out of the pen for multiple innings. You can bring Tyler Glasnow out of the pen. What can't you believe that a team like that can weather a storm in Game 7?
It's the way they did it. It's not that they did it.
I understand, but like that's the part of it too. Like the way they did it was battling back, I guess, hitting and scoring runs while you have a Hall of Famer on the mound for every single pitch of that 10-inning game.
Yep. So much weird shit in that World Series, man. Come back in Game 7, the 18 or 19-inning game, whatever it was, the ball getting stuck in left field. I mean, that was just a weird World Series. It's weird.
Nuts.
It's weird.
Justin Dean, World Series champion.
Toronto just couldn't close it out. What'd you say, Goots?
Justin Dean, World Series champion.
Herb Dean?
No, Justin Dean. That was a left fielder that put his hand up.
Or
wherever he was in center field.
Pinch runner.
I know who you're talking about. You know what? Justin Dean, roommates with our friend of the program, Austin Gauthier, last year. Roommates down in OKC in AAA. They're best buds. Yeah.
No.
Literally could have just grabbed that ball out of the thing and would have just came out. But
dude, that puppy was stuck in there like it was a mom's cooch, man. That puppy
would just kick it; it would come out.
That puppy was stuck.
So not stuck.
Mark DeRosa, who I really like, analyst from the Network, went out there to the fence to check it out. He was throwing the ball as hard as he could at the crack. Couldn't get it to stick. That puppy, that was stuck. That thing was stuck. Could he have grabbed it out? Of course he could have grabbed it out. No shit. He doesn't have the strength of a baby. Yeah, he could go in there and pry it out. Sure. But it was a smart move. Leave it in there. It was a smart play. Was it cheesy? Yeah. Was it stupid? Yeah. Was it smart by him, though, to do that? Yes.
Oh, absolutely a smart play. It's
Smart play.
That's very inconsistently ruled.
This is rare, folks. What's today?
So many other instances where it's stuck, but if you can pull it out, it's a live ball.
November 3rd, 2025. 2 good shit takes in one day. Write this moment down in history. You don't see this often. Goots, that ball was
only one guy is saying it's a shit take. That makes it a shit take?
No, I'm saying it's a shit take.
Okay,
shit
well,
take.
I disagree with you.
It's okay to disagree.
Sorry, I'm not soft.
It's okay to disagree, Goots, but that ball was stuck. Okay. Chad, who's J Huff? Can you make a rule, Jovan? Maybe no J Huffs the rest of the year. We just put him off to the side.
I mean, I took him one time. I could ask Trent. You know what, Trent? Who's fucking Joey Aguilar? You still probably don't even know who that is.
If he doesn't know who that is, he needs to be shot in GTI. Right? Seabernot, what's up, Seabernot? W Subby. Also, sorry if it got a little bit dark here on my picture. It's cloudy as shit outside, and sun went away. So looks like I'm in the basement now. Come spend a day in my life. I urge you, Tennessee QB. There we go. There we go, Trent. Okay.
So you must have watched that game and his horrible will take place.
Oh yeah. I can't believe me and Trent tied. I know we're yapping about a lot today, but whatever. Fuck it. I can't believe me and Trent tied in the pick a plan.
Crazy tie.
Shout out UVA. Unbelievable.
Yeah. In fact, you were on the wrong side of UVA, and Trent was on the right side of Bears. He got blessed.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And that was that case for Trent. Now, hey, I told him I wasn't going to give him any shit. I wasn't going to chirp him. I wasn't going to make excuses. There are no excuses. And I think we're going to run it back tonight, chat. I haven't seen Trent tweet it out yet. I think he's going to later, but he peer pressured me into doing a 6-man lineup tonight for the tiebreaker. I wanted to do a picket plan next weekend. He said, no, let's run it tonight. I said, all right, you know what? Fine, we'll do it. We're going to do a 6-man tonight on Prize Picks. Whoever hits the most squares wins. Does that sound good? Does that sound like something you guys want to see?
PPWC style. That might be exactly
PPWC MMG style. Okay. Well, Mo's Stackenheimer.
So wait, how are you guys gonna even do that? You gonna like draft squares?
I think we just pick our favorite 6. And
just trying to think of if you guys end up being on a couple of the same squares, which I feel like
if we're on the same square, then go ahead and chalk that square because there's just no way it hits.
I mean, you're just gonna take the. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna make a 6-man less than 6.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do a draft, although I hear you. I don't think we're gonna have that much overlap. Now, it's a game with a very high total. I'd say this is a home game for Trent, right? He gets home field advantage here. Is that fair to say?
It's a big Trent home field advantage.
It's like he's playing down in Blacksburg on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Right?
This is Penn State whiteout for Trent.
I've never seen Trent so passionate in my life than when he's in the group chat today saying we gotta do it tonight. It's starting to make sense a little bit. Right?
Yeah,
he sees a game with a high total.
If this was like Jets Pats, I mean Krabs would have the biggest upper hand in the world. But it's one of the highest total games we've had in prime time in a while.
Hey, on paper, it should soar, right?
On paper, it should.
Sure. We'll see. Trent's right. Game could be knock. Everything goes under. The odds are against that. That's for sure. What's his total up to now? 53. Woo! 53. Chad, if you guys want to make coins on this game tonight, by the way, take the cards because me and Trent both put the Cowboys in the picket plan, and there's just no way that consensus play hits. No shot. So go ahead and take the cards. Also, if I knew Jacoby Brissett was going to be playing, I would have taken the cards in the picket plan. Thought it was fading Kyler Murray.
Why can't we just do that? If you like the cards.
I don't want to change the picket plan after I put the video out. People are going to be bitching.
No.
Doesn't feel right. Cowboys' great record on Monday night. Is that real or is that sarcastic, Hurdy Flirty? Ooh. Huh. Cowboys haven't beaten the Cardinals since 2017 or 2018. I forget. Okay. It's going to be a good game tonight. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Chat, stay posted for the 6-man lineups, little head-to-heads. And, Jovan, I wouldn't mind dusting off a little king of the board action.
Ooh.
Me versus you.
Might need it.
Might need it. That be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to keep track of it this time. You think that's possible, Gootsy?
For sure.
You can get a little record in the top right? Cool. All right, let's move. Let's groove. We got a couple subbies coming in here, guys. Shout out these goats, and then we're getting back to the sharp report here. C. Burnett getting involved. Let's go. WC Burnett. Appreciate you, Beast. Tinlin 210, you're goated. Coming in here, giving out a subby to Sports Guy. Sports Guy, you just got blessed up by Tinlin 210. William Wagers. Let's have a week. Let's have a week. Why not us? W. William Wagers. All right, let's move. Let's groove. And again, Sade, thank you once again for those 5 subbies every single day. You're good at Sade. We could get Goots involved in King of the Board as well, Big Rob saying. We could involve the Goots PODs. Okay.
No, it's only for soft people, apparently.
Goots, man. Don't get so butthurt, man. Don't get so butthurt, Goots. All right.
I'm not butthurt. I'm just making jokes.
Let's move. Let's groove. I think it's me. Swinging around. I think we just talked about the Wiz Kids.
Yes, we're talking about this game.
We got the same game here as well. W Goots. Arizona plus 3.5. System play. You fade the Natty Champs in their first game of the season when they're kissing their rings and you make coins. It's that simple. Arizona, team that was pretty up and down last season at times. Well, they figured it out a little bit. And I still believe in this squad. Sure, they don't have Caleb Love. That might be a good thing. For this team. I don't think Caleb Love is a winner. I think he's a me guy. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of tough to coach. So big year here for Tommy Lloyd. This is a statement year for Mr. Tommy Lloyd. Well, good thing he has a couple pieces coming back. Giovanni's got Jaden Bradley coming back. Toby Awaka, who's a beast down low, rebounding machine. Anthony Del Orso, who was okay last year. I think he transferred in from Campbell before last season and was okay at times. Should take a bigger step up this season. Bryce James on the roster. Never thought I'd be betting on Bryce James in the season opener, but he's probably not going to play much in this game. If he does, we're screwed. A couple foreign guys, as always, for Arizona here, Jovan, as well, who are going to have an impact. They got this Ivan, I'm going to botch it, Karchenkov kid coming over from Germany, freshman. They got Matijas Krivas, the junior from Lithuania as well. He might have a impact too. They got Mawoot from South Sudan, the freshman, big body, who's supposed to be pretty decent as well. Ko Pete, who's also a beast. They got some guys. They got some new talent, some new blood as well on this Arizona team. And this team should be out for blood after a pretty up and down season last year. Well, Jovan, Florida, man, was coached by Todd Golden. Todd Golden, great coach. Probably the best young coach in college basketball. He got his ring, right? He's had his time. They do have a couple goats back as well this season. Thomas Hall, who's a glue guy. Love that dude's game. Plays a lot like myself down there in the paint. They get A.J. Brown, who comes over from Ohio. Did he transfer in last year and he wasn't allowed to play? Or something here. I forget what it was for A.J. Brown. Maybe I just remember him getting announced there transferring early in the offseason or something. But A.J. Brown, he could play, man. This kid can play from Ohio. Absolute stud, and he's only a junior eligibility-wise. So they have Alex Condon as well. This team always has a good big man. They got Boogie Flint, who comes over from Arkansas. That kid's no joke. This Florida team is good, man. Xavion Lee, who comes in from Princeton. You guys remember this kid, Xavion Lee? He's unbelievable. 17 points per game. Kid is absolutely him. We'll talk about him in a moment here. This Florida team, Jovan, they look like they're set to repeat. Do they not? They look like they're set to go out there and run it back. They've got all the talent in the world. Han McGloden, I didn't even mention him, the center, the 7'1" behemoth as well. This team's got all the talent in the world. Well, system play, I don't make the rules. I just follow them and make coins. Have to fade this Florida team. Luckily, it is a neutral site game, so it's not down there in the swamp. I'd be a little bit more worried I know it'd be even more contrarian probably fading them, but we'd be getting more points. But this is a neutral site game in Vegas, Arizona. Tommy Lloyd, this one simply means more for him, and this one simply means more for the Wildcats. I'll take Arizona in a neutral site game here. They're coming off a heartbreaker to Duke to end their season last year where they put up 93 points. Offense was not the issue down the stretch. But if you look at some of the pieces that Arizona added, I think their defense is going to be much better in the Big 2-5. And I think that's how they go out there and win this game. I think you see Florida a little fat, happy, complacent to start the season. I think you see Arizona shine on the defensive side of the ball. And Toby Awaka, who's going to be my X factor in this game for Arizona, is going to be a rebounding machine. And he's going to be boxing out Hank Logan down low for Florida, who's a 7'1" behemoth. Toby's going to go out there and act like he's a 7'1" guy, and he's going to have a statement on this game. So I'll trust Jaden Bradley. I'll trust Toby Awaka. I'll trust Del Orso and Tommy Lloyd to go out there. This one simply means more for him. Let's just hope Bronny James is not going to win this game. Give me the 3.5 on the spread. We might need it. We might need it.
Bronny James, man. Or Bryce James.
I mean, he's not stepping foot on this court. He might not even be dressed, right?
Yeah, he barely stepped foot on exhibition court.
Yeah, come on. All right, talk about this game as well. You've got a play in there too. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned just how good. I mean, the Florida front court is the best front court in America, and I don't think it's even relatively close, not just with how good the, I guess, bunch of guys in there are, whether it's Condon, whether it's Handlockton, whether it's Chinlu came back, shockingly. They have so many bodies down there that plays right into their scheme, which is make these guards take tough twos, which Arizona, defensively, they can certainly hang with them. They also can hang with them in the paint, which I guess on the other side of the court would eliminate Florida's biggest strength offensively, which is offensive rebounding and second chance points, which I think that'll be tough to get. But they also have guards like Jaden Bradley is going to be the point guard now for a majority of the season, I would think, which he's not a natural point guard. Caleb Love's kind of a natural scorer, and he's a bigger problem because he shoots store dates. He's not a winner. So, like, it'll be better in the long run, but what tougher of a first real matchup of the season for Jaden Bradley as the new point guard of this team than a Florida defense that is going to hound the shit out of you, hound the shit out of any ball handler, whether it's him or whether it's even Braden Burries, who's not like a polished shooter. He's going to be fucking good, but they're going to make him take plenty of tough twos, and he should have a pretty tough time. Even if he puts up numbers in the end of this game, I don't think it's going to be very efficiently. So I think all of the guards are going to be in a pretty tough position for Arizona. I worry if the offense will take a second to get put together, and same goes for Florida because obviously you lose all of your guard play for the most part at a pretty high level, and you replenish it with really great guard depth. But they're all guys that are going to be like Jaden Bradley is a great point of attack defender. He's one of the best defenders on the ball in all of college basketball, and you're going to be hounded, whether it's Xavier Lee switching on to him or really anybody that you're going to see on him. I'm sure the looks are going to be mixed up, but it's going to force, I think, a lot of slower play out of the offenses. And talking about a 163 total, these teams are still going to run fast and run transition, but I think they're going to have a little bit of trouble on the ball with both these defenses.
All right. Light's very bright in this game. All eyes will be on this game. Game of the day on the season opener for opening day here. I mean, that just screams under off the rip. So I think you're in a really good spot. Okay. Sure. Dubs. All right, let's move. Let's groove. We'll come back to, what is that, Denver? Plus 12. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat don't even know what logo that is. That means it's probably a winner. Hope you guys know this logo. Should be familiar with college football going on right now. I got a sleeper team for you guys. How about the USF Bulls? Whew. This team's stacked, and nobody's talking about them. Jovan, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this team as a Florida guy. You should be pretty excited. I'm hoping for this team. They got a lot of good talent on this team. And my X factor in this game and for this season for USF, Wes Enos. This kid comes over from D2. He was the best D2 player in the country last year at Lincoln Memorial. Pretty good D2 program down there. And this kid's an absolute stud. And he's going to be probably their best player right off the rip. They got a couple other really good players as well on this team. Isaiah Nelson, Joseph Pinion is going to be starting as well. Xavier Brown should be starting for this USF team too. Their bench has a couple guys too, but this USF team I'm very high on. And at this point of the college basketball season, I'm never recommending squaring up for catch. Maybe a time or two, maybe once or twice a year, right? But if there's ever a time to square up, bet in any sport, it's probably the first week of the college basketball season where you can use your basketball brain a little bit more than you typically would. Maybe turn off your contrarian brain a little bit here. I got to tell myself that every first week of every college basketball season, use more of what you know, use more of your basketball brain. There's so many moving pieces in college basketball. There's so many teams, so many players, and in the time of NIL and the transfer portal, that's only getting worse. It's only getting more hectic out there, which means it's harder on the books. And it's really tough for these books to get a read on a lot of these teams, unless you're, preseason ranked, where they got a pretty good foothold on you already. You're going to be the books are going to be struggling to figure out some of these squads. Even a team like USF, that sure they're a mid-major, but they're projected to finish second in the American Conference this season. And I think they could potentially be the best team in the American Conference. Depends on if you like them or Memphis better. So I'm big on this USF team this season, Jovan. I like the pieces they brought in. I'm a big Wes Enos fan. I cannot wait to see this kid play in D1 for the first time. And I think he's going to impress some people in this game. A lot to prove for the USF Bulls, who have had a crazy last couple of years in college basketball. Luckily, they have FAMU coming into town and a pretty good opponent to face off in your first game of the season. They don't have, Shaquille O'Neal Jr. anymore. They lost a couple of their decent pieces from last year. I was checking out the roster. Nothing really impressed me too much over there on FAMU's sidelines. I mean, let's not forget how this USF team finished the season last year, Jovan. Pretty embarrassing after a couple decent spurts. I mean, they didn't cover or win a game pretty much for the last month of the season. So buy stock now in USF. A lot of changes, a lot of new pieces, a lot of new players on this team, led by Wes Enos, who's going to be an absolute dog. There's a reason why the spread has moved up from 21.5 to 26 some places now. I'd grab it while you can if you still have a 25.5. But Jovan, this one's going to be a blowout. Statement game, a lot of new pieces. Statement season for the Bulls after a pretty up and down year. I think they go out there and win by 30 plus.
Sure. I'm in on that. Only definitely can square up in the first couple games of college basketball.
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Especially when it involves, this one doesn't, but fading Mississippi Valley State, favorite square up spots.
Yeah, are they playing today?
Yeah, they played tonight. Add UAB to the card, honorable mention.
Wow.
We'll be fading.
Okay.
Want to hear like that too?
I could certainly get down with that. System play.
Especially first game post Yaxwell.
All right.
Get you on it.
Let's swing it around here. I want to hear your sell job on Denver plus 12.
Yeah. Speaking of squaring up, I mean, this has like a kind of an element of that to it, because I like betting on continuity early in the season, especially when it's a lot of these teams that I don't think can score. And Tim Bergstrasser is the coach from Denver. He came over from, I believe it's Minnesota State, something after it, some university, but he pulled the Ben McCollum pretty much. He brought all of his guys, including like his stud point guard, Carson Johnson. So there's a lot of continuity there, and they play very, very fast. So it's a strict contrast to Seattle, who they're playing, who I don't even have the numbers to back this up with saying it, but I feel like we always get to this early season Seattle bullshit where they're at home, they're big favorites, and they lose outright, and they just look absolutely horrible. They can't figure out how to score. They play super slow. So like, they're always at risk, it feels like, for an absolute stinker offensively. And this team doesn't really feel all that different. They're going to be a lot bigger than Denver. Denver's going to want to run at a rapid pace. Seattle's going to want to do the exact opposite. They really don't have too many shooters there. So I think the shooting is going to be pretty inconsistent when you have a team that has played a lot together and knows the system pretty well for the most part. When you're talking about Denver and the guys that are brought over, I kind of want to bet on that as a big dog, even though they're on the road. Not that it's a ruckus environment of anything, but with a real pace mismatch, I think that works to the same Seattle offensive bullshit that we're used to seeing year in and year out, especially non-con when they're these big favorites. So I want to take Denver and the Goats.
Okay. All right. They don't still have, who was that kid's name who was like leading the country in scoring a couple years ago?
No.
Or last year.
He's caked, I'm pretty sure.
He's either graduated or he's better be playing on Duke.
Johnson's the guy that he brought over, the coach brought over, is the point guard now.
Okay. I'll have to do some recon, see where that kid ended up. He was special last year. I'm sure somebody in the chat can fill me in. Remind me of his name, but Murray State or Oklahoma. I like Murray State. I like Murray State in that game. I don't love anything in that game, though. Loyola Chicago has to go on the card today for Sister Jean. You're not wrong, William Wagers. That has to be played today. It does. That game means more. That'll be on my cards. Okay. All right. W straight bets, Jovan. Let's get into some Prize Pick Squares talk. Okay. You're talking about the under. Music to my fucking ears, man. Music to my fucking ears. In the game of the night tonight, Jovan. Go ahead and fade the probably biggest name transfer. Would you say that's fair? Biggest transfer name in the portal? Maybe
one of them. One of like
at least first team all transfer portal. This kid's starting, right? Unbelievable story. Kid goes to Princeton and just gets better every year. He's dropping 20 points a game. Unbelievable. Does it all. If you watch him, he's smooth as silk as well. But in his debut, first game of the season against a real team after he come over from the Ivy League, you could not really ask for much of a worse matchup. And if you go look at the pop tab over there on Prize Picks, Jovan, you'll notice that Mr. Xavier Lee's squares are all over the place. 2 of the top 3 most popular squares on Prize Picks today are Xavier Lee squares. Rebounds, fantasy score, his PRA, like I'm taking here, was up there earlier. I wonder if it got taken off. Hopefully it didn't. That would be very, very unfortunate. But it did get taken off. What the fuck?
Jeez.
You've got to be kidding me. It'll be back up. It'll be back up.
It's probably moving up.
Interesting if it's moving or not. Yeah. But I still like the less than PRA, and worst case scenario, we'll take the less than fantasy score because could certainly see a turnover or two in his debut for a real team for the first time in his career. Comes over from Princeton, supposed to be the next big thing, right, Jovan? Well, like I talked about earlier, this team has a lot of mouths to feed, right? AJ Brown's going to be a stud. Isaiah Brown could play as well. Alex Condon's a beast. Boogie Flan comes over, and he's going to be a stud. He's going to be getting his shots up. You know that. Logan, I forget how to say his last name, but the big man down low, he's going to get a couple shots up. Thomas Hall might be in the starting lineup for this team. A lot of mouths to feed on this Gators squad, Jovan. Scares me a little bit for Xavier Lee's production in game 1. Sure, this kid down the stretch will probably be the kid with the ball in his hands in a close game in that last possession. He's clutch. He's got ice in his veins. Kid was a stud in the Ivies for years. Well, this ain't Mom and Pa's league, man. This ain't the Ivies anymore. You got to go out there and play against a tough physical Arizona squad that I think is going to impress some people. And I don't see him get a lot of rebounds when you got guys like Toby Awaka down low for Arizona. I really don't. So I'm not seeing him get a ton of rebounds there. The chemistry is not going to be there in game 1 on his new squad. So the assists, I'm not expecting him to get double-digit assists. Points worries me the most, but in a game you like the under in, certainly down to fade Xavier Lee, the next big thing down there in Florida on his PRA. I had this square circled. I said I was going to take this as soon as I heard he was transferring down there, and excited to see what he and the Gators could do this whole season. I think they have a chance to run it back. They're extremely talented, but too many mouths to feed on this Florida team. You're going to see Xavier Lee's PRA set in the high teens or even lower 20s as the season goes on because there's a lot of guys who can get shots up, a lot of guys who can make an impact on this team for the Gators. And I think it's just set at a number where it's more realistic to when he was the only guy on the squads when he was playing on Princeton. So fade Xavier Lee tonight. Jamon's on the under. I'm on Arizona. Let's take the less than on Prize Picks for this kid and make some calls.
Sure.
Dak Prescott ain't throwing a pick. Worst game of the season, last game, Jovan. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. This square will be in my lineup against Trent tonight. Has to be done. I don't make the rules. I just follow them, folks. Dak Prescott is not throwing a pick in this game. Does it worry me a hair that the Cowboys could be playing from behind at times? Well, yeah, but if I'm Dak Prescott after your one bad game of the season, I'm telling myself, do not go out there and force throws. Do not go out there and put the ball in danger. Feed CD, who's going to be a little bit healthier this week as well. Feed Pickens. Ferguson coming off of a goose egg, a Shug's bagel in that last game. I'm not expecting that. I think you have a pretty good offensive performance here from Dak and the Cowboys. And I'm not seeing Dak going out there throwing a pick. He's juiced to the under on the books. I was looking earlier. Let's see where he's at right now. I'm seeing, minus 120 now to the under. Half an interception there for Dak after he threw 3 in that last game. Worst game of the season by far. I care more about that and backing him not to throw a pick than I do about the fact that he even threw 3 total picks. So kind of like we took Caleb Williams this weekend to not throw a pick after a couple moose shit performances. I like Dak to go out there and keep the ball secure. Only way this loses is if there's some serious fluke shit. But I think Dak's going to be dialed on Monday Night Football. He's sneakily been very good on Monday Night Football his whole career. That's not going to change tonight against this Cardinals defense. It does not scare me at all.
Sure. I'm not all out.
Okay. What are you cooking up over there?
Take you to former CBB GOAT.
Ooh.
Play for the Jazz to start. Pretty odd game, I would say, because the Jazz play the Celtics. Jazz just got belted by the Hornets, and shout out the Hornets getting a win on the win total for them. But absolutely belted. I wasn't surprised, or was a little surprised to see that without LaMelo, but belted him from start to finish. Now, Svi he was really good to start the year. He had a couple really hot games, and ever since the last couple threes been god awful. He's only made 2 threes in the 3 games total, including yesterday. He ran absolute cardio for damn near 30 minutes and only had 1 3 and was just god awful like the rest of them that entire game. But the Celtics really, really bad at defending above the break threes. That's exactly where Svi shoots every single one of them. And I've seen the Celtics get torched time and time again. And you also have the fact that Celtics with this lineup even are a little undersized. So you're going to have Kessler and Laurie and a lot of size in there for the Jazz. I can only assume that the Celtics want to make this a 3-point shooting competition because they're very, very open to doing that, as we found out in the last couple of years. But even with this team, they want to get into a 3-point shooting competition, say, we'll beat you at our game. And with the size on the inside, I can guarantee you there will be a lot of kickouts to a lot of people, not just Svi, but I think he's going to be a recipient of at least 2 of them.
Okay. Jovan's bread and butter category.
Bread and butter.
Sign me up.
Also bread and butter in the NHL, Morgan Riley SOGs.
Yep.
Fully red. You get a matchup that I think is going to have a lot of shots, a lot of aggression. I think it's going to be a pretty open game. The Pens, even though they've been much better, it really hasn't been because their defense has stepped up as far as high danger chances, especially coming from the backside defenders, which Morgan Riley doesn't really have to be super aggressive because you have Nylander, you have Matthews over there at the top. But I think the Pens, that's the one thing they have been a little bit better against, I guess. The guys in the top lines are at the front, like net side. So I think you're going to have to see from the Leafs a lot of guys, not just Riley, but a couple of the defenders be a little more aggressive today, which is probably why this square is not only up, but produced pretty fat to the more than on the books.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All right. Oh, man, at least you're not pitching a fucking SOG square for a guy on the Oilers. That's all I care about.
Jesus.
You know what we got to do tonight.
What do we have to do, Krabs?
Unless you're telling me you've heard a bell, which would be pretty soft.
Yep.
You know, Goots hasn't heard a bell. Goots ain't soft. He's been that very clear on the stream today. That could be Goots POD today. Goots, feel free to take that and use that as your POD. It's plus chicken too.
Krabs, man.
Goots plus chicken POD.
Krabs, can we not?
Why would we not?
Please.
Why would we not?
We just let them squeak.
There is 0 squeakage allowed in this house. 0.
Please.
Zip. There will be no squeakage in this town. There will be no squeakage on my watch. None.
God damn it, dude.
None. I'm going to make this a 3-unit play.
Dude, what are we doing?
Yeah. If anything, might triple down. Get my coins back.
Man.
Yep. Get my coins back. Oh, people are betting them on the spreads. Well, nobody's betting the spread in this game. Are you kidding me? All I care about is everybody's betting the Oilers on the ML. W Pickett splits. W Pickett Pro. If you guys use Pickett and you bet every day, maybe think about getting Pickett Pro on your laptop like a grown-up. Go check it out. Do the free trial. See if you like it. Jovan has to be done, man. I don't make the rules. I didn't sit up here one day and write down all these rules. I just follow them, man, to make money. And, they opened up plus 130. They're down to plus 110. At home, that's a plus, right? At some point, somebody's going to get canned. Somebody's going to get fired. I know this St. Louis team every year does this. I know every year they start out slow. They figure it out. Something crazy happens. They fire their coach. They love firing their coaches. I think the year they won the Stanley Cup, they fired their coach after a slow start. So this team loves to get off the slow starts. They're doing it once again, Jovan. But I didn't hear a bell. If you hear bells in this game, it's not meant for you. Okay? Sit off on the sidelines. I'm out there playing. I'm getting reps. I'm getting shots up. And here's a 3-pointer, 3-unit play. Blues on the ML.
Dude.
At home. We'll see the goals allowed squares when they go up. That'll probably decide if I'm doing a 3-unit play or just a 1-unit geyserman here. But the Blues have to be played at home against the Oilers. Jovan. Nobody expects this team to end the streak against Connor McDavid. And this Edmonton team, it's a playoff squad, right? Are you kidding me? Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? I do. That's probably about it. Blues ain't losing this game. Give me the ML plus 110. Book it. It's a winner.
You're a sick person.
Yep. Literally Kevin Durant in the hospital gown with the oxygen tank in his nose. Sick. Yep. Give me the ML. Has to be done. I wish I got it in last night. Be the CLV king. Trent will be on the Oilers. Z-Shrek is saying, no chance. Oh, he might be on the Oilers. Yeah, not the Blues.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, he could be on the Oilers. Yeah. I mean, Jovan, man, what scares you? Line short as ma.
Kind of. It's just I've heard so many bells.
All right, you're hearing the goddamn jingle bells around Christmas time.
I just want to let him. I want to let him get one through the hoop.
Okay. Pax picks. If I knew Kyler wasn't going to play before I put the goddamn Cowboys in the Pickett plan, I would be on the Cards. I like the Cards tonight, but
you see,
I feel like a piece of shit.
What they said?
What, that he's gonna
might have a package?
Yeah, that tells me that he got benched, that he's not hurt anymore. Yeah,
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That's why they got his jerseys up for sale out in Arizona at $50 a pop.
Yeah,
next to the Micah Parsons jerseys. Yep. Trent, I will be taking the Blues. I'm not considering it. I will be taking the Blues.
So you could imagine you had a tiebreaker on the books with Pickett playing with the Blues, standing on biz.
Trent wants a prize picks on him. He thinks he's got a better shot over there.
Just think about it. You'd be riding out the Blues, Arizona, USF.
All right. Since it's college basketball opening day, I want to talk about one more play that we like today on the slate. There's got to be something else you got up your sleeves. We're going to talk about one more play that we each like in college basketball real quick, and then we're going to do a squad ride. Okay? Real quick.
Go.
Real quick. Jovan, favorite play in college basketball that was not on the Sharp Report?
It legitimately is UAB.
Okay.
Like, legitimately is.
Yeah.
Do I click and pray fade Mississippi Valley State quite a bit? Yeah. And I'll continue to do so. But UAB, first game without Yaxel, where Yaxel was fucking disgusting for them. He was great. Yep. I feel like he was so anti that system, because the last thing they wanted to do was give their big man the ball and have him get the ball at the top of the key or get the ball in the post, because that was what he was good at. Like, they want to fucking run, which if you're doing that against Mississippi Valley State, of course you're going to be good at it. Like, you're going to put up some crooked numbers too. I think this is 50-point game.
Okay. I'm going to have to dabble. I'm going to have to get involved. All right. I'll go George Mason. As much as I want to sit up here and give the Hokies, I can't do it after what the Commanders did this weekend. So I'll go George Mason, minus 14.5 at home against Wofford. Wofford, speaking of the Hokies, they just stole our assistant coach, Drew Gibson. So not too happy about that, but he just got signed a month or so ago. What could he have done in a month to get this team prepped for a tough matchup against George Mason, a mid-major team that I've always got my eye on down the street, that has a handful, not a ton, but a little bit of NIL money, and they spent it on some pretty good players. Dola Adebayo coming over from the Mount. Shout out the Mount. He's going to be starting for them down low. He's a beast. They got a couple other good pieces as well. Jahari Long coming over from Maryland. He's got a ton of experience. Braden O'Connor, the Canadian, the senior, who was at the helm for them last year. His kid's back, floor general. I'm really excited to see what he's got in his senior season. This team's got some talents. They got Isaiah Skinn, the coach's son, Tony Skinn, as a freshman coming in. He's supposed to be an absolute beast. So I'm all in on this George Mason squad this season, Jovan. I think they're going to have the best team they've had under Tony Skinn. And I think they absolutely dismantle this Wofford team that's still trying to put the pieces together under the new coach.
Kind of soft. You can give the Hokies, I'll say it.
dude. Again, if I pitch the Hokies, it's biased. If I don't, it's soft. I can't win.
What about Bethune? That's a great one. I'm staring at that game. I think they're going to be fucking good.
Okay.
Which, I mean, doesn't mean shit if they're playing Auburn in the jungle opening night. Probably not, but.
Well, might make too much sense fading them with, Bruce Pearl leaving, but I certainly like it. Down at 24.5. Look sharp.
100% debating pushing the UNO button, too.
Okay. All right.
Gambling first game POD.
Dubs. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Chat, do me a favor. Let's lock in here. W Subby from Aloha Bets as well. We appreciate you, Beast. Goots, if you're around, if you're local, run that shit. I'm trying to see that squad ride train. W's. All right, let's get to work here. We got to get the squad ride set in the next 2 minutes. So, Jovan, what are we putting on this damn sheet? What are your favorite plays?
Might be Wizards.
Okay. Plus 12.5. Sure. I really like USF laying a big old number.
Let's go with the Bulls.
Bulls. 2 words. Bulls. What are we taking in this Arizona-Florida game? You don't got to tell me twice about that under if you're loving it.
Yeah, I feel like I'll tip cap to you on Arizona over the under.
I'm down for the under.
The way you're down for the under over Arizona, over fading the champs.
Why don't we put them both in? Let the chat decide.
Sure.
Let's go 4 plays, 4 winners. Let's go Wizards plus 12.5, USF minus 25.5, Arizona plus 3, and Arizona, Florida under 163.5. Sound good?
Sure.
Dubs. USF. 4 plays, 4 winners. Chat. Hurry up. Go.
Too often.
That is true.
What if that's just Ma?
I don't pitch favorites very often. We could have put the Blues in here too. Damn.
I can't do that one. I can't.
Chat, get involved. If you're wondering, where is the poll? Well, you guys blew it, and now the poll is on Twitter. So the link is in the chat. Get involved. Please click the right buttons. Click the link to take you to X. It'll take you to the poll. You can go vote, get involved. W Goots. Setting all that up. Just another thing Goots is going to do for us. And yeah, we appreciate you, my man. Keep killing it. W Twitch. W YouTube. Head over to the X. Twitter. Is it cool if I still call it Twitter? X doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Head over to Twitter. Okay. And go check out that poll and get your votes in. Hurry up. Go. Go. Get involved. Yep. The poll is on Twitter now. Yay, lads. This is what we got to do these days. Yep. This is what we got to do these days. Get involved. Randope, no way you're fading, bro. No shots. Come on. What play you fade, man? Let me know. Get those votes in. Get Come on. Get involved. Get them in. We got about 4 minutes left, I believe, on the poll, maybe 3. I guess we do have a minute here to talk about a couple other games while we get this poll finalized. W stream streaks as well. We got No Whack Packs getting involved, dropping a 10 stream streak. And how about Bangston? 144, 20 stream streak. What a beast. Jovan, any other plays looking at you funny?
Not too many on the CBB hardwood. I'm trying to keep my head in front of me here.
I got one.
Let me hear one.
Well, I like Hofstra against UCF, but I'm not going to play that.
Dude,
might be fake sharp.
I was staring at that game. Might be weird. Fake sharp. UCF fucking losing everybody.
Yep.
They wanted to play super fast or did play super fast. I don't know how fast they're going to be able to play now.
Yep. I certainly would lean Villanova against BYU, Matty Matt. I would not be playing BYU, but I don't know if I'm going to get to the counter there. Towson lane 9.5 against Loyola Maryland. So Loyola Maryland, that team's seen better days. And this Towson squad, one of the best mid-major players in the country, Tejada. If you have not seen this kid play, check out that game tonight, 9 p.m. as well. A late Geyserman. Excited to watch this Towson team this year. I know Goots is probably rolling his eyes, but I'm very, very excited. This is the Baltimore Bowl. 2 Baltimore schools, Loyola, Maryland, and the Towson Tigers. You got my grandpop's alumni in Loyola and the STD capital of the country, highest STD rates in the country of any school in Towson. So I should be rooting for Loyola here. But as a contrarian at heart, I guess I got to take Towson. Better coach, better team, up to 9.5 from 5.5. Jovan, this Towson team is going to be good this year. They could make the tournament, not as an audit bid, obviously, but winning their conference, I could so see it. Towson Tigers.
Goats.
Towson Tigers. Rando, what play were you fading, boss? I meant to say I'm not betting today. Got you, Rando. All good. All good. I don't know how you take off. You're a more disciplined man than me. I don't know how you take off on college basketball opening day, but whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, do we have any Goots POD rumors?
Goots?
No, not yet. I got to prepare for the show for today, make you boys look good, and then I'll lap.
Okay. Don't rush it, Goots, but also don't overthink it. Don't force. Don't rush it, but also don't spend too much time in the lab. Drive yourself crazy. Okay. I like St. Thomas plus 12.5. I like the Tommies plus 12.5 against St. Mary's. Thought that spread was a little short. Don't let the Tommies get hot. It might be too late. They're pretty good last year. They'll be good again this year. Two contrasting styles. The Tommies, fast-moving squads. They like to shoot. They like to run. St. Mary's, the opposite. I like the Tommies, plus 12.5. I do. All right. Goots, no need to give us an update on the poll until it's done, but is it finalized? Or?
Yeah, it's Arizona.
Fading the champs. We got them trained up pretty well. Love that. Love that. Do we have a surge stream today, Gootsy?
Yes.
Let's fucking go. Come on. Let's go, Trent. Attaboy. All right, chat. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Stick around for the surge stream. Squad ride is Arizona plus 3.5. When we